Hello dear students, welcome to EduHunt video lecture series. We have finished up to the second phylum of the animal kingdom, that is Porifera. If you see the classification, it follows the evolution, that is right from simpler forms we are moving to complex. Complexity increases from protozoa to chordata. We have discussed in the beginning itself that the entire animal kingdom is classified into 11 major phyla. Out of 11, 10 major phyla comprise invertebrate animals. Only one major phylum, that is Chordata, includes all the vertebrate animals. If you see protozoa, in that protozoa, the animals are unicellular in nature, and the level of or the grade of organization is subcellular or protoplasmic level. Then we have discussed cellular level of organization. In Porifera, we didn't see any tissues, that is the cells are not organized into tissues, they are not formed into tissues. Only the special cells, they perform a specific function, like choanocytes, thesiocytes, archaeocytes, and all these cells are the descendants of the amoeboid cells. That's we have discussed in detail in the previous sessions, and we have also finished worksheets. And now we are moving to the next grade organization, that is tissue level organization or tissue grade organization, which is seen from Coelenterata till that is Chordata. But tissue level organization is that means only tissues, up to tissues are formed in the phylum Coelenterata. This is the phylum Cnidaria, also known as Coelenterata. Previously it was named as Coelenterata. In this, the cellular to tissue level organization, cells were grouped and they perform a single function. They meant for a single function. This tissue level organization is confined to the phylum Cnidaria. Next level organization, that is organ level organization, is seen in Platyhelminthes. Let's see the phylum Cnidaria or the Coelenterata, general characters of this phylum. The term Coelenterata was coined by Leucart. It is given by Leucart. It is also known as Cnidaria. The phylum has two names, Cnidaria or Coelenterata, and characteristic point of this phylum, this group of animals, is presence of cnidoblasts or stinging cells, presence of nematoblasts or otherwise known as cnidoblasts, or Cnidaria we call it as. So the cnidoblasts or the stinging cells or nematoblasts is the characteristic feature of this phylum Cnidaria or Coelenterata. Cnidaria. So cnidoblast, presence of cnidoblast is the characteristic feature of this phylum. Cnidaria, and from having these kind of cells or tissues, these kind of cells, cnidoblasts, it gives the name to the phylum as Cnidaria, and these also known as the cells, cnidoblasts are also known as nematoblasts or the stinging cells. Radial symmetry or biradial symmetry is common in this phylum. Radial symmetry means if you cut the body along radius, several radii, it yields two equal halves. In biradial symmetry, if you make a cut in two different angles in two different axes, then it yields four parts, and the opposite parts are similar. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. If you number it as 1, 2, 3, 4, let us see on the board. If you cut the body into like this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 3 are similar and 4 and 2 are similar. This is called biradial symmetry. And the next one is aquatic. Next general character of this Cnidaria is these are aquatic forms. Mostly they are marine, but freshwater forms are also seen. Example, hydra, which is a freshwater form. These are sessile or free swimming in nature. They may be sedentary, that means they are attached to some substratum, or they may swim in water, and cell to tissue grade of organization is seen. The cells are organized, they group into specific tissues, and blind sac body cavity is seen. The same opening acts as the mouth, and even the same opening for the purpose of excretion, that is blind sac body plan. Locomotory structures are tentacles. And body wall, these are diploblastic animals. The two layers of the body wall are the ectoderm and the endoderm. These two layers are connected by a cementing jelly-like substance called the mesoglia. It is present between ectoderm and the endoderm. Ectoderm is the outermost layer and endoderm is the innermost layer. And between these two, mesoglia, a jelly-like cementing substance is present. Body cavity, this cavity is called the coelenteron or gastrovascular cavity. As we have seen in porifera as what is the cavity of porifera? Just you write the answer in your book. What is the cavity, body cavity that is seen in porifera? Okay. And coelom is absent, that is why these are called as acoelomates. Have you found the answer? Yes. Solitary or colonial forms are seen, that these may be single, or they may unite to form a colony. The colony may be monomorphic, dimorphic or polymorphic. That means the colony may change. If the colony has a single kind of organisms called the monomorphic, if they have two different kinds of organisms, two forms of organisms, they are called dimorphic. If the colony possesses many forms of organisms, then it is called polymorphic. Respiration, which is aerobic, and it performed by the body wall through the general body surface. Excretion, the excretion performed by the body opening, that is the same opening acts as the mouth. So the excretory product is ammonia. So the organisms are defined, they are termed as ammonotelic, where the excretory product is ammonia, and the excretion is through either by body, yes, body wall, body surface, and digestion. Coming to digestion, it is partly extracellular and partly intracellular. That means within the cavity the digestion happens. The part of digestion that happens in the cavity is called the extracellular digestion, and some of the digestion takes place in the within the cells called the intracellular digestion. In coelenteron, that is the cavity, body cavity, hence called the gastrovascular cavity. Gastric means stomach. So gastrovascular cavity అంటే ఏంటంటే డైజెషన్ coelenteronలో జరుగుతుంది. కొంత డైజెషన్ అంటే ఎక్స్ట్రా సెల్యులర్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ డైజెషన్ టేక్స్ ప్లేస్ ఇన్ ద coelenteron, అంటే బాడీ క్యావిటీలో జరుగుతుంది కాబట్టి దాన్ని గ్యాస్ట్రోవాస్క్యులర్ క్యావిటీ అని అన్నాం. coelenteronని గ్యాస్ట్రోవాస్క్యులర్ క్యావిటీ అనడానికి రీజన్ ఏంటంటే గ్యాస్ట్రో అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ సమ్ వాట్ రిలేటెడ్ టు డైజెషన్. సో ఎక్స్ట్రా సెల్యులర్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ డైజెషన్ టేక్స్ ప్లేస్ ఇన్ ద gastrovascular cavity, that is coelenteron, and partly intracellular. Nutritive cells are there in which the digestion and remaining part of digestion takes place, and the undigested food material is ejected through the mouth. So the single opening is there. That is why the body plan is said to be blind sac body plan, like this. This is the opening which serves as the mouth as well as the anus. And nervous tissue is developed for the first time. You can remember this as in animals. In which animals the first nervous system was present? This is Cnidaria. Cnidaria or Coelenterata is the phylum in which the first nervous tissue was built, and in the form of network of neurons, and these neurons are non-polar neurons. Polarity అంటే తెలుసు కదా, యాక్చువల్గా న్యూరాన్కి ఒక బాడీ ఉంటుంది అండ్ డెండ్రైట్స్ ఉంటాయి, యాక్సాన్ ఉంటుంది అండ్ డెండ్రైట్స్. ఇలా పొలారిటీ లేకుండా ఉంటే న్యూరాన్ నాన్ పోలరైజ్డ్. యాక్చువల్లీ పోలరైజ్డ్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పినట్టు పొలారిటీ అండ్ సిగ్నల్స్ విల్ బి క్యారీడ్ ఇన్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ టు అదర్ డైరెక్షన్. దిస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ పొలారిటీ ఈజ్ మిస్సింగ్ ఇన్ నర్వస్ సిస్టమ్ ఆఫ్ coelenterats. The brain and nerves are absent. Brain and nerves, that is a complex nervous system is absent, only simple nervous system is present. Nervous tissue is first developed, and which is a simple kind. Only the neurons which are non-polarized are present in phylum Coelenterata. So ikkada oka manchi point vachindi, entadi first nervous system was developed, nervous tissue was developed in Coelenterata. This is a good question. Then reproduction. Reproduction may be asexual, sexual, or both asexual and sexual. Asexual reproduction occurs by budding. Example, hydra. In hydra lo chuste budding. Oka hydra ki base region nunchi chinna oka projection vachi that protuberance will grow up into a daughter hydra. That is called budding. And in sexual reproduction, development is direct or indirect, and the larva is planula. Larval form is there in the development, that is it is planula. Larva పేరు ఏంటి? planula. Larva పేరు planula, and సమ్టైమ్స్ ప్లాన్యులా అండ్ ఇఫైరా, ఈ రెండు లార్వాలు కూడా కొన్నింటిలో చూస్తాం. ద టూ మెయిన్ ఫార్మ్స్, ఇందాక పాలిమార్ఫిక్, మోనోమార్ఫిక్, డైమార్ఫిక్ అన్నాం కదా. ఇప్పుడు డైమార్ఫిక్ అంటే టూ డిఫరెంట్ ఫార్మ్స్ ప్రెజెంట్ ఇన్ అ సింగిల్ ఆర్గానిజం, అంటే టూ డిఫరెంట్ ఫేజెస్ చూపిస్తుంది. ఆ టూ డిఫరెంట్ ఫార్మ్స్ ఏంటి అని చూస్తే, వన్ ఈజ్ ద పాలిప్ and second is the medusa. If you see the two major the differences between these forms, one is the medusa and second is polyp. If you see the differences between these two, first is the medusa is umbrella shaped. Medusa, it is umbrella or cup like. If you see the jellyfish, it looks like that. I'll show you. Yeah, this is medusa. See how it looks. It is looking like an umbrella. Okay, it is like umbrella, and it is a cylindrical form seen in polyps. It is tubular, like cylindrical, tubular form, and tentacles are solid in medusa. These are hollow or they may be solid in polyps. In polyp form, the tentacles are present. They may be solid or they may be, yes, hollow. అంటే ఇలా క్యావిటీ ఉండొచ్చు లేదా సాలిడ్గా ఇదంతా టెంటికల్స్ అంతా కూడా ఫిలప్ అయిపోయి ఉండొచ్చు. Tentaculocytes, the balancing structures are present in medusa and they are absent in polyps, which is a very very important feature. ఇది అడుగుతారు. Tentaculocytes, balancing organs or balancing structures. Organ అనకూడదు because organ level organization is not found in, it's not found in Coelenterata. So we have to say only tentaculocysts, the balancing structures are confined to the medusa form and not the polyp form. Polyp form lo balanced structures absent, balancing structures, and tentaculocytes are absent. This is an important point. Then next one is it is reproductive form and polyp is mainly feeding form. It is meant for feeding because the shape you can see, if you see the shape, this is the mouth and these are the tentacles. With the tentacles they create water currents and all the food that comes towards the mouth will be captured immediately and it will be swallowed. So this is the feeding form and it is the reproductive form. Polyp is, you can see it is the polyp stage which is a feeding form. Okay. And then medusas are always free swimming. Jellyfish lela enta baga swim chestu untayi. And then ఇవి polyps sessile or ఫ్రీ స్విమ్మింగ్. అంటే దే మే బి సెడెంటరీ, అంటే దేనికైనా అటాచ్ అయ్యైనా ఉంటాయి లేదా ఫ్రీగా స్విమ్ చేస్తూ అయినా ఉంటాయి. బట్ దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్వేస్ ఫ్రీ స్విమ్మింగ్. మీకు చూపిస్తాను మంచి వీడియో. ఓన్లీ సెక్షువల్ రిప్రొడక్షన్ ఈజ్ ప్రెజెంట్. ఇందులో సెక్షువల్ ఎసెక్షువల్ ఏదో ఒకటి ఉంటుంది, బట్ ఇందులో సెక్షువల్ మాత్రమే ఉంటుంది. మెడ్యూజాలో సెక్షువల్ రిప్రొడక్షన్ మాత్రమే ఉంటుంది. And dioecious forms, these are monoecious or dioecious forms. Examples of coelentrates, one is sea anemone అంటే adamsia. Pennatula, దీన్ని sea pen అంటాము. Gorgonia, దీన్ని sea fan అంటాం. మంచి పిక్చర్స్ నేను చూపిస్తాను. Physalia, this is commonly called as Portuguese man of war. Physalia, మంచి ఫొటోస్ చూపిస్తాను, పిక్చర్స్. Yeah, this is Gorgonia, sea fan. కదా ఫ్యాన్ లాగా ఎంత చక్కగా ఉంది. జస్ట్ వెయిట్. This is sea anemone. This is fungia called stony coral. And I have downloaded some pictures for you. This is the sea anemone I have shown you, fungia, and this is sea fan, Gorgonia. It is sea fan, and this is actually Corallium. Yes, Corallium rubrum. అంటే కారల్ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ రింగ్లో కారల్ పెట్టారు కదా, సో ఆర్నమెంట్స్లో యూస్ చేసే కారల్ అది ఇది. సో కొరాలియం రూబ్రమ్, పిక్చర్ అంతా బ్యూటిఫుల్గా ఉంది కదా. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ద వేరియస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ the phylum Coelenterata. So these are the differences between the two major forms, medusa and polyp. Dimorphic forms lo medusa, polyp ane two forms ఉంటాయి. మెడ్యూసా అనేది మెయిన్లీ రిప్రొడక్టివ్ స్ట్రక్చర్ అయితే పాలిప్ ఫీడింగ్ స్ట్రక్చర్. మెడ్యూసా ఫ్రీగా స్విమ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే పాలిప్ ఫీడింగ్ చేస్తూ సెడెంటరీగా కానీ, అంటే సెసైల్ ఆర్ సెడెంటరీగా కానీ, లేదా ఇట్ మే ఫ్రీలీ స్విమ్స్ ఇన్ వాటర్. అండ్ అంబ్రెల్లా షేప్లో ఉంటుంది జెల్లీ ఫిష్, దట్ ఈస్ మెడ్యూసా. అండ్ పాలిప్ ట్యూబులార్ కానీ సిలిండ్రికల్గా కానీ ఉంటుంది. టెంటికల్స్ సాలిడ్గా ఉంటాయి, ఇక్కడ హాలో ఆర్ సాలిడ్గా ఉంటాయి. టెంటాక్యులోసిస్ అనే బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, పాలిప్లో యాబ్సెంట్. ఇవి డైషియస్ ఫార్మ్స్, ఇవి మొనీషియస్ forms. So the differences between the two forms, main forms of the coelenterates. One is medusa and the second one is polyp. So this is the movement of jellyfish, how it is moving with the help of the umbrella and the tentacles. These tentacles are solid, and this is the face called medusa, umbrella shaped structure and form known as medusa. In this video you can find the movement of sea anemone. These are the tentacles. It is a polyp. You can see how the food is being captured by the tentacles. They are just trapping the food and grabbing it. So from this we can say that it is mainly a feeding form. Okay, these are the two phases, two forms that are found in the life cycle of a dimorphic coelenterate, medusa and the polyp. These two structures alternate with each other. Medusa is a reproductive structure and the polyp is a feeding form. Yes, my dear students, this is the end of the class. I hope you have enjoyed the class by watching these animated pictures, and some are real pictures. In the next session we are going to discuss about the remaining general features of the phylum Coelenterata. Bye bye.